Woken Lords of Mayhem coming at you with the Plague Master, Plague Bringer build. I'm early in the leveling process, and I am having a blast playing this game. Here you will see me just feasting and feasting on a crowd that I have just poisoned. What is up? I'm loving it. Got some tips for you, some tricks, and just some great freaking gameplay. Really had a crazy week. It's been long, and I've had no time to play, and I feel like everybody's out leveling me. It's not cool, but what can you do? I'm throwing out. I'm pretty happy with this build. The Plague Bringer build is worth all the hype, no doubt. Especially if you are a Diablo player or a Path of Exile player, you will feel right at home playing this game. Key bindings are different, and you can't change them. That's one of the things I don't like, but what I'm running is Infinity Blades, Plague Bringer, or Infect Plague. Plague Infect, and Aether Jump. I've been messing around with that. I don't really feel like I need it with the my character's more built for speed and quick attacks. Get in, get out, do what you gotta do. Yeah, I will set. This is a great build, and I'm gonna leave a link. Y'all can check it out. Let's see what we can get into. And I'm just going through the levels, and I just try to go and play through everything, even though I continue with the story. You got to get that XP, you got to get that grind in, and really, Infect Plague is throwing it down right there. I was concerned, earlier, that this game would not play that well because of all the developmental issues that have come over 6 years of waiting, but it's playing like a dream, and it's a great freaking game. Let's see as I blast my way through some zombies there. At some point, I think I infect one of them and make him my pet, which is cool. I'm hoping for permanent pets like Path of Exile. I'm a big PoE fan. Freaking love it, and this might take a spot as my favorite game. I've got other builds going. I kind of got a ranger build and a hack and slash build, but this is my favorite build so far. And another cool thing about this is this game is you can kind of branch off into any category you want. You can do magic, and you can also do the warrior type stuff, or if you're a ranged person, a bow person, it's all there for you. I primarily find success with this build, and I really like, because my next favorite build in any kind of MMO would be anything where you can carry your sword and do work. But with Infinity Blades, is strictly a mage type skill. You get to play with daggers too, so it's a great, well-rounded thing. And I'm always looking for extra loot, that extra. None of that. You acquire a lot of junk, and one of the things I'd suggest is definitely don't hold on to your gear. Sell it, upgrade, sell, upgrade, sell. The things you're gonna want to hold on to, especially early in the game, is gemstones. You want to keep them, and you want to utilize them, and you want to be constantly upgrading them in your suits. It really does make a difference. I'm an idiot going the wrong way here. But yeah, especially early in game, you need all the help you can get. It's tough. This is definitely a tanky build, and I play on the more aggressive side. I am more of an attack damage person that has super twitch-like reflexes and tries to get out, get in. I keep my health pretty low here. I have not really upgraded my health so much, and I definitely pay for that at certain points, but you know, to be able to do the kind of damage that I'm doing right now, you just can't beat it. It's a total rush, and you're a heavy hitter, but you've got no endurance. You gotta get in and get out. And it's definitely tough during boss fights. I am struggling to kill these bosses. You know, it's taken me a good 40 minutes to beat certain bosses, and that's just usually not the case for me. I'm usually pretty good at figuring out their game, their tricks, the AI, tricking the AI. It's one of the things I find pride in doing, and definitely gonna drop some tips here on that. As you see, he's infected right now, so what I probably should have done is just let him keep taking his damage, especially these smaller guys. I tend to, you know, take them on, try to get rid of them right away, but once they're infected, they'll likely just end up dying off, so might as well let it do its work, and you know, yeah, she's so fast. Look at that. And you see the plague damage doing work right there. I can move on and take on bigger and better things, and make a pet. I think I'm gonna make a pet out of this, whatever this is, this electric turtle. I always wanted one, so I'm gonna get it. I gotta be gentle here. These guys have heavy hits. They don't hit often, but what's up? Come to me. Yes, come. Be the electric for my house. Free electricity. Yep, doing damage, doing work. I'm a little disappointed in your companion's abilities. They don't seem to engage that well, or right away. There you go. He's helping me a little, but not as much as if when I was fighting him, which is frustrating. But I just can't believe the game is out. I know I've said that so many times, but I don't think y'all know what we've been through. But that's okay. I mean, you live and learn. And see all that gas that's infecting. I would just probably, looking at my gameplay next time, just leave them. Let them taper off. Save your energy. Save your willpower. Save all that stuff. Because, I mean, every once in a while you get hit with a pretty hard boss and a pretty hard high-level NPC, and, you know, they rock you. So you want to save your stuff. That's another thing that I'm impressed with. Is not really predictable. Like, see here, this guy, he's kind of like a mini boss, and he can do damage, man. You tell me I'm a plague bringer, but that also means she has the plague, so we're kind of weak. But yeah, absolutely freaking loving it. Totally recommend this game. Might be a new favorite of mine. It's worth the hype. If you're this kind of player, if you like Diablo and Path of Exile and that's your jam, this will be your jam. As far as this being a Diablo killer, I've heard people say that. That's absolutely ridiculous. Don't be offended, but it's just, you know, Diablo is in its own league. You just can't compare. It's like Michael Jordan, man. You can't compare games to Diablo. These developers look up to Diablo, I'm telling you. But let me know what you want to see. You want to see more boss fights? You want to see more me just hacking and slashing here? I sped up the gameplay. I was using a little speed hack, kind of Python build type thing that I might share with you. I could get trouble. Not in trouble, but booted, and I definitely don't want that to happen. So it's very minute. This is just sped up gameplay, so um, I like to move fast, and I'm used to the kind of fast twitch-like reflexes you need for PoE and all that. So just doing damage, and level 47 here, I believe. By the end of this weekend, I want to definitely double. I want to be at 80. That's my goal, and that's a crazy goal, but I think I can do it. I'm going to be grinding tonight on Twitch, so I'll leave a link to my Twitch, and you're always welcome. Come in, hang out. I don't really expect much. I just like to have fun, like the game, like to talk it up with people, talk strategy, whatever, what's working, what's not working. Just like to have fun, man. I don't expect donations and all that. I don't care about that stuff. And yeah, that's kind of what I want for this channel. Then for future gameplay, man, just a small group that hangs out and plays, and we do some co-op. It'd be awesome. You see, I'm flying through here, man. She's got lightsabers. I swear, if you listen closely, you'll hear the kind of sound effect that it almost sounds like a lightsaber. It's like a whoop. And I know they gotta be careful, because Disney will pull that shit right away. And was great, man. And that original fire spell I wasn't a huge fan of, but now that I got it in the spread, it helps to take on multiple enemies. These guys, you just gotta infect and let them die and move along. Yeah, I should have been just hitting that turtle, but it is what it is. And yeah, I definitely recommend going through the whole level. Don't rush to get through the game. A lot of people have done that already and already gone through and haven't seen all there is to see. There's a lot of little side areas where you can take on bosses. There's this great spider, man, that it's a golden spider. You just keep whacking it, man, and you can whack it for a good minute, a hot minute, and just keep getting gold. I got 20,000 gold from one once, man, and it went on forever, and then you get a loot drop, which is sick. But I'd still consider myself a noob. You know, I just wanted to support the developers in the beginning, and unfortunately the game changed quite a bit to what the product was that we saw originally. Like, you used to be able to move your camera in a 360 motion. They definitely aimed high, and maybe a little too high, but that's always good. I mean, I always encourage that. You know, going into beast mode, changing into your, what is it, into your, whatever you're going into, Premodora. It used to be way cooler, if you could believe that. They had a way cooler one. It was way more tanky. Hopefully they can add that back. Most of the things that they had going on were programming issues and issues with servers, and that's something we are already dealing with online now. So right there, and this turtle actually is turning out to be all right, and he's throwing down some lightning for me, and I appreciate that. I need all the help I can get. I'm so behind. I mean, just look at all that damage. That is great. gotta grab them to level it up quick. So far I haven't gotten too much legendary stuff, and the stuff that I got that's legendary has been for other classes, which is so annoying. But I play other classes. This is my main jam, and the one I've been on now, just playing, and decided to run with. But I mean, I don't really like keeping stuff in my stash that's not productive, so I sold most of it and got some stones. Some gemstones, and just freaking getting it. I can't really tell you if it's worth it or not. It's just the way I do things. These guys I could have just left. Yeah, I do leave them here. And you'll see when I go back up there. See, they're gone. I'll let your spells do the work.